Hey, welcome to Help Along the Way. I'm glad you joined us today. Let's think together about something the world desperately needs. That's peace. Not the fragile kind, not the kind that depends on everything going your way, but the kind that comes from God, that's steady, deep, and lasting. Today's message is called One Mountain, Many People. It comes from a remarkable passage that's kind of tucked away in Isaiah chapter number 2. Isaiah gives us a glimpse, almost like he's pulling back a curtain into what God intends for the future. A mountain is elevated above all others, a place where people from every nation gather, and not to argue, not to compete, but to learn God's ways. Now, let me tell you something about people. We don't naturally move uphill. We drift downhill. Left to ourselves, we take the easier path, the more comfortable route, the one that asks the least and gives the quickest return. But Isaiah says something unusual. All nations shall flow to it. That's right, flow uphill. That's not normal, that's supernatural. And this is what happens when God's truth begins to draw people, when his ways become more compelling than our own. Let me try to paint a picture about this for you. Years ago, this man visited a small town. There was a notorious intersection. No stop signs, no signals, just four roads colliding with each other. And plenty of close calls to prove it. The locals knew it well. They'd inch forward cautiously, glance both ways, and sometimes three or four times. And then there was no guarantee. Horns would blare, tempers would flare. It was the kind of place where you kind of held your breath every time you crossed it. Then one day, the city fathers installed the traffic light. Now, here's what really fascinates about this: the drivers didn't suddenly become more patient. People overnight. The pedestrians didn't attend a seminar on crossing the street. Nothing about human nature changed in that one instant, but something else did. Authority was introduced, and with that authority, there came order. Red meant stop, green meant go, and slowly, almost quietly, chaos gave way to peace. That's what Isaiah is describing. God's mountain represents what his authority, his truth, his way of doing things. And when people come under that type of authority, when they begin to live according to his instructions, something remarkable happens. He says weapons are laid down and swords become plowshares. Spears become pruning hooks. In other words, what once harmed now helped. What once destroyed now cultivates. That's not just a change in behavior, it's what we call a transformation of the heart. So let me bring this a little closer to home. Um, you may not be negotiating peace between nations, but you are navigating relationships every single day. Across the table, across the office, across the fence. And here's the question: what governs those interactions? Is the impulse? Is it emotion? Is it past hurt? Or is it very simply God's instructions? Because peace doesn't come from everyone agreeing with you. It comes from you and me aligning ourselves with Him. You see, brothers and sisters, we're living in the in-between. Isaiah gives us the promise of peace, but we're still waiting for its full arrival. So what do? We live it ahead of time. We become people who choose patience over reaction. We choose understanding over assumption. We choose kindness even when it isn't returned. We don't wait for the world to change. We let God change us. And who knows? It might just be that the peace you're waiting for begins right where you are. On your street, in your home, through your life. Excuse me. One mountain, many people, all drawn to something higher. Next time on Help Along the Way, we'll discover something that may surprise you. The people around you, the ones easy to love, and the ones not so easily. They're not there by accident. Until then, keep walking in His ways. And I'll meet you right back here next time for a little more help along the way. God bless you. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.